Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everybody, I am Dindin Nasruddin along with our team Anda Juanda, Kusmihan Nur Samsika and Wiji Utami. In this session, I would like to share about our research entitled Redesigning the Science Curriculum During a Pandemic Outbreak, a Contextual Learning Approach. Background and aim. As we know, the new coronavirus or COVID-19 outbreak has disrupted almost all aspects of human life, including education. The presence of COVID-19 is not sufficiently mourned or made an object to blame. There need to be a change in the mindset of academics to see COVID-19 as an opportunity to reform the world of education. The implementation of lockdown and quarantine during the COVID-19 pandemic has forced academics to implement various strategies and approaches that are focused on learning from home. This paper aims to reveal one of the practices of learning science from home using a contextual approach to the topic of cultivating Picus carissa plant. Research method. In this research, we use three methods. There are field study, in-depth interview, and literature studies. In the field study, we use observation and find data and the facts. And in-depth interview, we interview with teen plant farmers and tea makers. And in the literature studies, we search about all about Ficus carissa and scientific studies on the process of cultivating teen plants and making tea. Result and discussion. The first, cultivation of Ficus carissa as traditional medicine. Cultivating teen trees is relatively easy to do, almost the same as plant in general. Watering can be done 1 up to 2 times a day. Teen plants also really need a lot of sunlight. Fertilization on teen plant can be done with foliar fertilizer first. When the tree is 2 years old, use manure to speed up the fertilization process. Fertilizing the fig tree does not have to use expensive chemical fertilizer. However, you can use natural ingredients such as egg cells or banana fields. The second, the scientific concept of processing Ficus carissa leaves into traditional medicine. The first, heat radiation. Drying is done to reduce the water content in the leaves so that the leaves can be preserved. One way of drying is to use solar radiation. The second, temperature. Temperature is a physical quantity that is highly considered when processing pigs into traditional medicine. One is the temperature when drying in the oven and the temperature of the water when brewing tea. And the next, time. Too long drying time can cause the tea to brittle quickly, the smell and quality decrease. Conversely, if the time is used too quickly will result in the tea being dried, not dry enough, so that it cannot be stored for too long. Learning process and outcome with open educational resources and open educational practice. The online learning process does not always have to be carried out through synchronous mode, which costs a lot of internet quota. Project-based learning with a contextual approach that exploit the potential of learning around the home can be an option for open educational practice. To understand the concept, processes, and information related to selected topic, students can search, read, study, and analyze various relevant sources through open education resources. The conclusion. The COVID-19 pandemic demands flexibility in education delivery. Higher education institutions and lectures are required to always be adaptive in carrying out effective learning by minimizing negative impact. The selection of content-based open education resources and open educational practice can be used as an alternative for learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. That's all. Thank you.